Hello and welcome back to Pod Chat with Nat. Every Friday I come on here and I share the answer to a question I've had in a week from one of my amazing clients or in my free WhatsApp community, of which you're welcome to join us at any point. But the question I've been asked this week has centered actually around something that's been on my mind quite a lot. And I'm always saying about the most woo-woo I'll get is the law of attraction, in terms of you attract what you are. However, I'm not massively into manifesting without taking action. People are putting a lot out there right now, like manifest it, make it happen. And like, no, we have to take action and take the steps to move forward. And we need to know how we're going to get there. And that's the how becomes often when we work with people that they can help us on that. So the conversation that's been around quite a bit this week is around saying no. So the question I had was, how would you live your life if you could see your sand timer pouring away? And I was like, well, this has got me focused on the conversation around becoming a master of no. So I started to really think about it. Now, if I was to see my life pouring away in a sand timer, I'd really have to start thinking about what I say yes to and what I say no to. I'm quite good at saying no to things because I ask questions around, are they aligned to my values? And if I've got a tough decision to make in business, if it isn't aligned to my values, it's often a surefire no. But the reality is that it is important that we think about prioritization and focus. And this brings me on to the point that time is a big thing. It's our most valuable asset, and lots of people are focused on the financials of investing in something, when actually I understand that, but the time you might waste by trying and going on something on your own, stressing about it, so again the mental state it puts you into, that's a bigger cost than financially investing in people to help you. So that's the thing, when people ask work with me and they say, like, what's the investment? And they say that I haven't got the money for that. I have to break it down with them and really look at their life and understand that. And that's the important part of the sales role too, is helping somebody look at things in a different way. That doesn't mean I'm selling them and closing them on everything I do, because ultimately they need to make that decision that's right for them. And that's where I'll say give more than we take. But I do want to seek to understand, because I know there's opportunities to be had, and there's moments in my life where I wasn't wanting to invest or was feeling the financial pressure to invest in things, like the pressure that put me under if I invested. But those were the best decisions I made when I did that, because those people really helped me get the results sooner rather than later. So I think we need to think beyond always a financial investment and think about, our time in different ways, in that it's not about time, it's about your priorities. And that's the key as well, because I often see people say things like, oh, I don't have the money for that, or finding it really challenging to pay the bills. And then next minute, because socials is such a big thing, they don't realize that they're posting that holiday or they're posting that new bag they've bought. And there's absolutely no judgment in here, but that's priorities. That's a priority for you. And that's what it comes down to. So how do we then know what we need to prioritize and focus on? That's the important part. And I think the answer to this question, I guess it's around, like I said, it's your values, but you've got to start becoming really clear about the things that you want, your ambitions and your goals, and what you deeply are working towards, but also with the ability to be able to manage yourself in a present. I'll give you an example. I'm very, very driven with where I want to take my business next 1, 3, 5, 10 years even. But does that mean that I'm going to sacrifice things like holidays and time off with the people I love and things? Well, no, because ultimately what I'm doing, they are my why. So it seems counterintuitive to then go and do something, work all the hours under the sun, never see my partner because I'm always working, never go around to mum and dad's, never go on holidays with mum and dad that I want to really do. And then you miss that opportunity to do that. That would be that risk to me is too high. So there is a balance of being very driven and focused for the future, but you've got to be aligned to being in the present too. So this again comes down to ultimately deciding what's of value to you. And this is why I talk so much about, you've got to have clarity in your business on what are your business values, what is your mission, what is your purpose. And so many businesses do not do that groundwork. And essentially, there's a bit of theme here, they're building on sand. That sand time is pouring away and they're building a business on sand. So stop it if you feel like you're doing that. Be clear on what you value, and be clear on the actions that you need to take, and be set on those. It's so important. Another way to interrogate your decisions is to really ask yourself, how would the person I want to become spend their time? Or which decision would the person I want to become make right now? These are great things to do. And always, I kind of use analogies really well, but your goal is to place as many chips as you can on furthering these values every day, and to avoid placing them on things that are outside of those values. And that's why I said as well that everything I have to make a decision on in business, it always comes down to, is that aligned to my values? And if it's not, then I don't do it. But when you can see currency is really limited, and Steve Jobs coined the phrase, he said it once, that your time is limited, don't waste it living someone else's life. Something similar to that. But when you are in that space to see time as currency, your spending habits will be policed meticulously, and you will look at budgeting, prioritizing in a different way, and seeing how you want to run your business. So hopefully that's really helped to answer that question a bit, but a little bit broader in terms of saying no, looking at your values, and being able to see time in a different way. It's so important. So hopefully that's added value today. I'd love to hear your feedback. If you'd like to join my WhatsApp accountability channel, then you can hit my website, nataliepots.co.uk/resources, and that gives you my everything page. And you will see there the access to the WhatsApp community, because I love helping mission-led entrepreneurs really grow their business. This comes down to attracting the right clients, delivering, converting the right clients too. So we've got to nurture those relationships and build communities, and my community is one that I absolutely love. It's a safe space where people feel valued, heard, and listened to, and it's purely driven from being heart-centered. So if that sounds like a bit of you, get involved or send me a DM and I'll send you the links as well. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing Friday evening and a wonderful weekend, and I'll be speaking to you soon on Pod Chat with Nat. Take care.